you know, when you're in the middle of it, you don't really necessarily see it as a good thing. But, you know, when you remove yourself down the road, you know, 3-4 years, you know, you realize how valuable that time was in terms of growing up in a lot of ways. But, you know, again, that doesn't mean that that's where they're going to end up. That just means where they started today, and I think the older guys can help those guys out.
We don't just do it individually, we do it as a group. We have a group, Coach Luke and myself and Coach Lottie all visited with the freshman class before anybody did about which guys have been in the past that have redshirted and, you know, went on to play pro ball, you know, in the past. And we also talked about guys that have taken it the other way, where they redshirted and had all the hype and couldn't handle it and had to take a knee, you know. So, and basically just giving them an attitude adjustment before it ever happened. And then each position coach before it happened met with them, and then the head coach met with them. So, you know, and I really didn't see a lot of long faces. I mean, obviously some kids that were disappointed because of the competitive nature in them, but they understand their role, and they take that role now a little bit more serious. I think some young guys found out how quick that window can close.
I really enjoy the scout team. I mean, if you're going to be third and fourth and be over there with offense not doing anything and standing around watching everybody else get reps and throw, hey, I'd much rather be on the scout team over there slinging the ball around and having fun and getting to see an SEC defense every day of the week. That's what you're going to be up against in the upcoming years, so it can't do anything but help you.
But now you got numbers, sheer numbers. You know, you're too deep at the position. You got some young guys that's trying to compete for jobs. And then what's the best part about it is the fact you got a lot of guys that actually played in the games.
Would you like to have two guys that are kind of standing out and get most of the snaps, or would you like a rotation of guys that you can put in there?
You know, you always felt like a guy got a hot hand you keep in there, but you know, as the season goes on, back on that backside, it's a lot of reps and a lot of running. You like to give guys breathers and have a nice little rotation where you don't run them down into the season. The more guys we can play, the better off we'll be in the long run.
Prefer not to. Prefer to, you know, let a guy go and get into a rhythm, or not get into a rhythm, depending on what it is, and work their way through it, you know, just like everybody else. Hopefully, you know, obviously if it's a, you know, shank after shank, you know, you got two guys that, you know, really and truly can get the job done. It's just a matter of whether or not they can do it consistently in front of 90,000 or, you know, in front of a road crowd that's ringing bells.
There's coaching when we're not doing well. Everybody's got something to say when we're not doing too well, but for the most part, we just go out there and, you know, we do our thing, and the coaches watch us, and if they see something, they'll point stuff out to us, but we just get our stuff done. Pushed it a little bit, just got a little underneath it, and it went right.
What game was that?
It's Tennessee.
What was the distance?
It's 43 left hash.
Figured you had to remember it, the only one you missed.
Have to.